Hi, vintage bakers! Today I'm in the kitchen making classic date squares.
These homemade squares are the perfect comfort food treat. Soft and chewy dates layered between a buttery oat crumble. These date squares have the perfect texture to melt in your mouth with every bite.
A timeless dessert bar that's perfect with a cup of tea or cut into large squares for a sweet dessert crumble perfect to finish off your favorite meal. Often called date crumbles, matrimonial cake, or date squares, this treat was a simple, staple baked dessert that pretty much everyone's grandmother would have served here.
So let's get into the kitchen. This is how I make classic date squares.
I'm going to start this recipe with the sweet, sticky date filling. Remove the pit and chop the dates into smaller pieces. For an ultra smooth date filling, you can peel the dates as well before using in this recipe. But since the skin on these dates breaks down pretty well in the cooking process, I'm going to skip this step. In a sauce pot over medium heat, add in 2.5 cups of chopped dates, 1 cup of corn syrup, 3/4 of a cup of water, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Stir this occasionally until the mixture comes to a boil. Reduce to a simmer, then cover and cook, stirring occasionally until the dates are softened and the mixture is thickened. I'm going to remove this from the heat and set aside to cool while I get on with making the oat crumble. This is going to make up the top and bottom of the bars. In a medium bowl, mix together 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1.5 cups of quick oats. My brown sugar is starting to dry out a little bit, so I'm just going to break it up with my fingers first. Give this mixture a stir to incorporate all the dry ingredients. Then, to bring the mixture together, I'm going to pour in 1 cup of melted butter. Mix this together with a fork until all of the dry ingredients are moistened. Now that I have a soft and crumbly mixture, I'm going to press half of it into a grease or lined 8x8-inch oven-proof dish. Press the oat crumble down tightly either with your fingers or with the bottom of a flat-bottomed cup. Now I'm going to spoon in the date mixture that I've already prepared. Spread this sticky mixture all the way out to the sides and corners of the dish. This date layer should still be quite soft and easy to spread. Finally, I'm going to cover the top with the remaining crumble and press down to form the crumble topping. As an alternative, you can mix in 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon and some chopped nuts for a lovely spiced and crunchy dessert, but this step is optional. And today I'm going to make my classic date squares without any add-ins. Make sure to press this top layer down again either with your fingertips or with the bottom of a flat cup. This will help to make sure your bars stay together as you slice and serve them later on. And now my simple dessert is ready to go into a preheated 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius oven for 30 to 35 minutes or until the top is golden and toasty. Remove from the oven and then allow these to cool to room temperature before slicing and serving your squares. These dessert bars' rich and sticky date filling contrast beautifully with the buttery oat crumble, making an irresistible combination that's both indulgent and wholesome. A perfect blend of sweetness and heartiness, these squares are a less guilty indulgence for anyone craving a sweet treat. The simple ingredients and delicious soft, gooey, and crumbly texture make this dessert a classic that's due for a comeback in our modern kitchens. Enjoy! If you're a fan of deliciously simple vintage recipes and old-fashioned skills, then you'll want to check out this next video. Thanks for stopping by.